watching it, not on the viewfinder. There we go, he scouts the base now. No gas. Bionic style. There's a lot of good practice against this against Hydra. I feel more confident when I watch him play against Bionic than against Mechanic personally. Because there's just so many variations of Mechanic still. So anyways, I don't have infinity battery and I'm hoping it gets really far, so I'm not going to film every part of every game. Just give you little updates on it. Alright, I have located the player that Rhett is playing in his first match. This is his screen that we can see here. From what I can see, it's pretty standard Bionic play. He's already got 2 Raxes up and eBay making his turrets now. Yos, I believe, was actually going to hatchery. So this guy's counter to that. So far, so good. Oh, look at this. He's actually got fire bats in Yos's base, unfortunately. It's not what I wanted to see. Looks like he's going to go up to 4 racks as well. I'm going to go back and see Yos real quick. That's actually Yos's 3rd base. Couldn't see from that computer up there that he was attacking. Just sent some fire bats up there. Had a pretty good play if he makes some extra fire bats and he's not making a lot of mutas against 2 hat. You can send those fire bats off. They keep the mutas kind of busy for a bit, harass the 3rd base. And Yos does clean it up, but now he's lost some timing on his harassment with these mutas. He has a lot of mutas right now. He does have that 3rd base seemingly secured from what I saw on that other guy's screen. I don't think that base can die anytime soon. So, looking totally fine for Rhett so far. Actually kind of an exciting part of the game right now. It looks like Yos right now, he's getting lurkers making, but the Terran is in the middle of the map with a lot of Marines. It definitely looks like a 4X build. This means if Rhett can get his lurkers in place defensively on top of the ramps and such, before he gets busted, it's going to be really, really great for him because we see the starport add-on is just finishing up. And there we go, a couple lurkers at the top of that ramp on the Moonblade going up. And I think he's going to be completely safe from anything this huge Mass Marine's going to do for now. And another thing to note is that Terran used to be Rhett's race against Zerg. He used to be one of the very best Terran vs. Zerg players outside of Korea. And he's specialized in 4-Ax, a lot of pressure builds against the foreigner Zergs, and almost never lost them with it. So he really knows the ins and outs of it. And I've had many discussions with him over the years about 4-Ax, what it's used for, all that stuff. So I believe that strategically speaking, he's going to know exactly how to counter this perfectly, and I expect him to be able to take this game home. Another interesting part of the game has just occurred. Rhett actually went Guardian before Defiler, basically teching to both at the same time because it was very quick for gas and very lurker-light mid-game. And this guy went Wraiths, and actually I saw some of his control, and his Wraith control was actually quite good. Looked like pretty professional Wraith control overall against Rhett, but Rhett saw the Wraiths before the Guardians were doing morph and canceled them, and now is just going with a lurker Defiler-based plan while trying to secure his 4th gas at the north. No damage has been done to Rhett so far, and really no damage is done to the Terran either. But, with the 4th gas being made, the Terran's going to have to do something if he wants to stay in this game. Gigantic drop into Rhett's main. He loses his spawning pool and an evolution chamber. Pretty painful. I think it was probably a 3 dropship drop. In the meantime, in the middle of the map, Rhett lost a ton of lurkers to some spider mines, but he does have 4 gas up. His economy has not been touched yet. Yeah, so that's about it on that. The Terran player has a lot of vessels, but it looks like he's starting to crack a bit. Rhett does have a lot of supply at 141 right now. It's quite large in a ZVT like this, where there's quite a lot of battles and drops going on. And also, well, yeah, he has a lot of irradiates, so much that he's wasting on overlords. It's a little bit dumb. But anyways, Rhett has Plague, and for those few of you out there unlucky enough to have played against Rhett in a high-level TVZ where he gets Plague, it's quite disgusting. He plagues everything all game. But it looks like right now he's actually kind of doing some weird attacks and stuff, but I've seen Rhett in this position in game before where he has these 4 bases on for this long. His upgrades are great. He has all the Defiler upgrades. His armor and attack are going up really high. And this Terran looks to me like he's starting to fall apart a little bit. as we see, he's having a hard time. He does have 3 base though, and this Terran does look quite good with a lot of vessels. So it's not over, but from what I've seen of Rhett before, I feel pretty good about where he is. Look at that, plaguing those vessels. Disgusting. Just disgusting. But you cannot lose that base. If you lose that base, the game's actually over. 4 lurkers there. A spore there as well. Smart move. Looks like he's getting drops now. Look at that. Cloning Scourge off. While irradiated. Ultralisks, also known as Haymakers, run into Marines. Actually, good play by this Terran player. Yost not quite attacking with this full army at once. Spore Cloning doing a good job there. And he may in fact lose his base. This is actually quite a surprising turnaround. Looks like I was wrong. Yost is in trouble. It looks like he will lose that base, going down to 3 base against 3 base against this Terran. Which means he's going to have to rely ridiculously upon defilers at this point. Alright, so pretty sure we're going to see GG out of him in just moments. I'll save the battery for some more of the next game. That is the player that just beat Rhett in the first game, who just started the second game. And I was wondering, how the hell did Rhett just lose to someone in the first round of Courage? He is so good. And then I looked over here. That's right, he's playing the Woongjin Stars kid, so this kid has been on a team for longer than Rhett has. So definitely a worthy opponent. But I have faith in my European nerd. He's seriously angry at the moment, as you can see. Totally concentrated, didn't even look around after the game. And it is time for him to exact some revenge. The map is Fighting Spirit, and Rhett is at the top left. And I didn't get to catch it because I was setting up, but he has defeated Yost. Annyeonghaseyo. He's defeated him 2-0. Well, you know, it was kind of a disappointing day for both myself and Rhett.
Indeed.
You know, you got to buy the first round. We had to sit around for quite a while, and then you went into play. You ended up getting paired against one of the pros, well, not pros, but one of the practice partners. You are an Easter practice partner, and these guys were, there was one from KTF, one from Woongjin, one from Hwasung, one from SKT1. I think there was one other, I can't seem to remember now. Or maybe